Welcome to our Friday night Georgia Shooting Connection live stream. Mr. Chico Wise said, "Well, it's 8:02, Jamie." So I said, "Click." We want to thank everybody for being here with us tonight. We want to got a special guest tonight, and I'll let Mr. Chico start us off like he always does, and we'll work around to our guest.
Sure, guys. Thanks for in the side chat for being here. Friday is our wind down time, so we definitely appreciate all you joining us on Fridays, especially like today. So I see 25 in the side chat, and we're just gonna have a good time, a few topics and stuff like that. So we got a special guest. I want to thank him for being on, but I'm gonna shoot it to Kyle. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Oh, thanks. Hey, everybody. Glad y'all could make it. Thanks for stopping by. Listening to us dream. Hope everybody had a great week, and y'all enjoy the show. Go ahead, Mr. Big.
You catch me as either Big E over there on the YouTubes or on our forum. You'll see me as Youtho. My name is Thomas Ewers. I'm down here in Texas. Escaped the Great White North of Illinois. Nobody wants to live in there. Last one out. Turn off the lights, please. It's awful. So, yeah, I don't know what else I really want to say, but shoot a little bit of precision rifle when I do get a chance. Mainly just for the chance to shoot out past 6. We have a range down here. I can shoot 600, and 4-inch steel at 600 is an awful fun game.
We're glad to have you tonight, Big E.
Thanks for having me.
We try to get some of the newer guys in the community and kind of try to introduce them to our audience and have our audience learn a little bit about y'all and us and all that. So it works out pretty good. So how's everybody's week been?
Hot.
You know, the weather here today is pretty wild. It's hot. It was 92 degrees. But
did you go outside this morning?
Oh yeah.
I got up this morning. Little girl over here had to go outside and go potty, so I got up
all day.
Yes, you did go out. Outside about 5 o'clock this morning. It was like 63 degrees or something, and I was like, "Hurry up and pee! I'm cold." You know.
And 63 ain't cold.
I know, but it just seemed chilly to me. So I'm like, it's supposed to be like 97 degrees or something. When I got in the car to leave, it said 106, but once I got going down the road, it dropped down to 96, and I'm like, well, I'll believe that.
Yeah.
But it was just amazing that it could go from 63 degrees to 96, 97 degrees in one day, in 8 hours.
You used to live out at Edwards Air Force Base, and we would go to school in shorts and a T-shirt. We would go to the first JV football game in pants and a shirt and a short sleeve shirt, and for the varsity football game, we would go back. I was in band at the time. We'd go back to the band room, put on a pair of sweats, put on a heavy wool band uniform, bring a blanket and gloves.
Yeah.
Because the snow out of the mountains all the way around the valley meant at nighttime it was 35 degrees with 35-mile-an-hour winds.
Yep.
And it was 80. It was 80 in the afternoon.
But I mean, it's not supposed to do that here in Georgia. I mean, you're talking a 35-degree swing in an 8-hour shift. It's crazy. I heard our local weatherman, he's sitting there going, well, what's happening is the air is getting stirred up by this hurricane. It's being drawn up into the upper atmosphere where it condenses. And when it condenses, it drops. And when it hits the ground, when it compresses, it heats up. I'm like, you just made a whole lot of nonsense today.
Well, the reason I say it was weird, the weather was weird today, is because even in the middle afternoon, and the guys that live here tell you, there was not a cloud in the sky, and it was really breezy. It was wind was blowing gusts up to probably 20 miles an hour, but it was still 92 degrees here, and not a cloud in the sky, breezy. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't very humid.
But it fell off the screen. And yesterday was the same way. We were sitting out back at one smoke break, and one of the girls says, it's hot, but it's not bad. I said, yeah, the humidity is real low, and that 30-mile-an-hour breeze kind of helps too.
Yeah, it'll help. Until you just get till that 30-mile-an-hour breeze is at 106, then you just get baked.
So I'm showing what's like 43.
You know what? I was like that too, Kyle. It wasn't cold, but this morning it was breezy, and about 3 hours later it heated up to its normal dirty south temperatures and humidity, sort of. But I was expecting a little breeze because of the storm, Dorian, or whatever his or her name is. Yeah. But
Taylor says hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Taylor.
So yeah, right now the suns went down, and it's gonna be better. So I need to get out and cut my grass because the heat has been dry. I did not want to cut it because we didn't have no rain. So, but how many did you say you see, Jamie? I was bringing up a refresh on the tube.
I'm showing 42. We had 43, so somebody fell out.
Cool, 43, 42.
So what's the weather like in Texas, Big E, and whereabouts in Texas?
I'm north side of Houston. Actually, where I work is Cleveland, Texas.
I was going to say, so the rest of Texas.
But it's it's well, we get the coastal stuff most of the time. So, but it's a little bit drier here lately, and we're trying to set a few record temperatures, hitting right at 100 degrees, 101. Not a whole lot of humidity, so the heat index isn't much higher than that. But yeah, just baking. A lot of sunshine, some minor broken clouds, and it's hot when the cloud is just hell sending its condolences.
Six shooter Texan. I don't know what part of Texas he's in, but he said it was 104 there today.
Yeah, the other couple weeks ago, first day of summer actually was. Or actually, the last day of spring, we had a heat indexes of 110. It's been like that all summer, and the heat index is actually, even though we're triple digits, the heat index is actually a little bit down from where it's been. But about 3 weeks ago on Saturday, inside the truck, I brought my Kestrel, and there was 126 heat index in the truck.
So, Thomas, do you have a YouTube channel? You got content posted?
I've got I put up a couple of things for just wanted to show somebody. That's kind of where I kind of my YouTube is but it's just me with actually my instructor. You can hear his voice when he's saying fire, but it was my dad and him taking pictures and video of me shooting my 629 at night. Well, it was still just mainly about dusk, and you can see the big flames coming out. I've posted it a couple of times, and that's 31 and a half grains of H110 behind a 180 grain XTP. Boom.
Put a comment in the comments on our YouTube feed, and you can where they can go check your channel out.
How do I do that?
Just type in the side chat. Or are you watching the side chat on a
Yeah.
different device?
No, I can do it on a different device. That might work easy enough. And pull it up for that way.
It
So
was.
I was going to say that's the only withdrawal is none of us can see, and Jamie can. Isn't that right? You can.
I can read the live. I can read the live comments, no problem. I just don't have a place where it looks like I can write to them.
I have
Now,
to go to
Kyle,
a different device to read them.
Cal, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm on the laptop right now. I'm pointing at the laptop, and I opened up another tab, but I made sure I muted it, and then hit pop out chat, and I just brought that window over to StreamYard. I just kind of merged it in, so I'm looking at StreamYard and I'm looking at the pop out chat.
Yeah, mine goes from private chat to live comments. So yeah, I can read them now. Okay, I was not ignoring y'all. It's just,
Yeah, it does get it's a little different setup than we're used to. But while Big E's doing that, what I'm gonna do, if it's all right with Jamie, I'm gonna run down the side chat. Everyone's who showed up and at least commented so far. And you guys know I'm not perfect with this, so I'll probably say some names twice or 3 times. I'm not showing favoritism, trust me, I'm not. It's just how it shows up. So my last refresh, it shows Snob Wife is here. Vanessa Kitty, the Texas Outlaw Michael Signs. We got Single Shot, Floyd Hicks, Lead Bullet Junkies in the house, Tacos and French Fries, John Phaser, Broke Loader, Mig is in the house, Measure in Grains. We also have, let me scroll down, Gun Loving Grandpa. We also have,
there we are.
scroll down, Gun Loving Grandpa.
There's that.
Then we got Kingpin, Georgia Boy 44. Who else? Let's see. Edward Petty. Pony 47. Jason Stewart. Crooked Creek Shooting. Hello. 6 Shooter Texans here. Let me see.
Thomas Pickering said to count him in.
I got you, Thomas. Red Raider Reloading. I see Thomas Pickering, James Owens. Big E is on the panel. Guys, he just commented. PC Bullet Empire. Let's see who else we got. Uncle Jim just showed up. And let me go to my participants list. It's a Big E, Broke Loader, Edward Petty, Georgia Boy 44, Gun Loving Grandpa, James Owens, James Pollard, Jason Stewart, John Phaser, Kingpin, Measuring Grains, PC Bullet Empire, 6 Shooter Texan, Single Shot, Texas Outlaw Michael Signs, Thomas Pickering, Tin Man, Uncle Jim, and Vanessa Kitty. So I just used 2 different avenues of shouting everyone out. Thanks for joining us, guys and girls, on this Friday night live stream. So look, when I found Big E's channel, I was like, those are some fireballs coming out. And then I think we were on another live stream, and I asked him, did he reload? Obviously, he was like, yeah. And I know I posted his link in the description. I mean, in the side chat. So, but he's got some pretty cool videos. Y'all need to go over there and check them out. And we all try to support each other and encourage each other to show more footage and content, which is always a plus. So we definitely appreciate you joining us, Big E. I got a correct question. This is a reloader casting question because of that uniform you have on. I just have to know, do you ever have to lift any heavy packages full of lead that you may suspect?
Oh yeah.
It's like somebody sending lead or wheel weights.
I'm one of the guilty parties ordering it in. I ordered a box and from who are they again? Forgetting the name of the company, but they come off. You get them in the big lead bars, and I had 42 pounds of lead in a. It was a 6x9 by 3-inch box.
So based on your comment, you do cast also.
Yeah, I have a 420 pot. The only thing I cast for right now is I got a RCBS die for Keith bullets for my 44.
Very cool. Very cool.
I use those for the stuff I want to shoot with my dad, so he can actually shoot the 44 instead of those 180s that are going to hurt.
Gotcha. Cool. Good deal right there. It's very interesting.
But yeah, go ahead.
The fact of that shirt that you have on probably would explain this box in my mail. Yes. And I got it cut open.
There you go.
Priority mail, baby, from the United States Postal Service. I hope I ain't got nobody's. Biggie, we were doing something. I don't know where we were.
It was here last week.
Here last week. All right, so I got this cut open, and I got some really nice packing. And so Big E was going to send me some
40 Smith &
Wesson. So let's find some 40. He said something else was coming too. I got 100 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson brass in one of these. You too cool, man. Thank you so much.
You can't have loose brass. You got to protect that stuff.
You can't. Well, I better do something with this 30-30 brass, and I better do something with.
Yeah, for the couple of bucks for those containers, everything, all of my stuff goes in those.
I just got mine in bags till I can get them. What I do with them is I get them completely ready, and then I put them in a container like this. And what's in this one? This one is 38 special, and it's full to the brim, and the bags are separating head stamps. Biggie, man, I appreciate that. That's a very nice thing. I love those MTM cartridge containers, so I appreciate it very much.
Yeah,
I've got your address. I got to find something to hit you back with.
And Jamie, we're supposed to mark those containers, sir.
I can figure it out once I go open them up.
They're marked. This is 38 special. This is 357 Magnum. This is a 44. Yeah.
Exactly. And Kyle, I do that, and then I'll get more 45 than that. Okay. So I'll move it to one of the bigger jugs.
I've got a bucket of blue chemicals.
Do what?
That's when you use 5 chemicals.
Well, there you go. But my problem is when I get that full and I go to put it in a bigger container, that bigger container might have 30-30 Winchester or 270 or 30-06. And then I need to put labels on what we need. We need to put labels on them so we can peel them off.
There's one of 3.
Yeah,
my bucket's a 9mm.
But I don't have a pool, Kyle, so I don't have those laying around.
Read the bucket. You didn't read the bucket. It's chocolate icing.
Now, what I want to do is find where. I want to find out where I can buy that full and just sit there and eat the icing.
That's exactly what.
Is that a crime,
need, man?
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. So I'll be 600
pancreas. Yes, it is a crime. No, seriously, go next time you're in the grocery store in Ingles, Kroger, or you're probably not going to go to Kroger, but go to the bakery and just say, hey, you got a handful of icing buckets that you don't want to have to go out back and throw away? I'll take them from you, and they'll give them to you.
Good to know.
Yeah,
good to know.
Yeah, all my brass when I get done with it goes into an MPM case.
I just started running out of room for 3-gallon icing buckets, so I started saving my chlorine buckets and stuff like that from the pool. And I got so many 45s, I just dumped them into a 5-gallon bucket of them. Then I scratched through 45 and wrote 9mm on them, and we start over again.
Yeah, my two 9s are HKs. Actually, 3 if you count the long slide kit. They have the polygonal barrels, and I haven't bothered trying to figure out how to run lead through that. So reloading, it's like and that stuff I just eject that out the side and go get another box.
You may not be able to do that before too long.
Yeah, that might be an interesting point.
I did see a post that said, walked up to a Walmart associate. I need some 308 rifle ammo for my AR-10 308 pistol. and it had that classic image of that triggered girl with the vein popping out, and she's like, and they photoshopped in a Walmart vest with a little sunshine and hello, my name is whoever.
Oh yeah,
I can probably find it. Hang on, wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, Warsaw, I'm sorry about your VR challenge, buddy. I wanted to do a VR, and I don't quite know where to download that music, and I don't think you'd have done that if it was copyright protected, but yeah.
Hey Chico, it was you last week asking about a rifle?
A rifle? Probably.
About maybe doing like a budget precision rifle.
Oh yeah, that interests me. That interests me. I'm on the fence about which rifle now, man, because I've been looking at different ones. Jamie sent me one, and I found today a Ruger Hawkeye. Are y'all familiar? The M77.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those things, like, I think they're like $700. I found one for $500, brand new.
I had one in 307 mag. Loved it.
Okay.
It's that picture. Look how they photoshopped the Walmart man.
But that's awesome.
That was it.
But my last one was my 300 Win Mag, and I caught an extra deal on the. It was a Remington 700 long range, and their 7 mag. The twist rate's too slow. The 300 mag were known to have, it was a 50-50 shot whether or not your barrel was going to shoot. But at when I got mine, it was like, I want to say it was like 5 1/4. You couldn't buy the action and the Bell and Carlson M40 stock for that. So it was, if the barrel didn't shoot, it was, I was still money ahead. And at that point, no, the barrel wouldn't shoot. We tried recrowning it and did load workups, and the best group I ever shot out of it was a 2-inch group, and most of the time it was 2.5, and I couldn't get it to settle down for nothing. But I ended up just buying a Criterion barrel, which is like about $300, and that thing will shoot 3/8-inch groups all day. And with the fun thing about a Remington 700 long, like the long action, is if you're going to do like a 30-06 or anything with the long pattern, you can get up to 3.6 inches inside the magazine. That's actually what I load my 300 at, is an overall length of 3.6 with a 208 Hornady ELD match bullet. And when I did my workups with, and I was kind of sharing data with Johnny over there, Johnny's Reloading Bench, and I'm on the 208s, and I've done Burgers and a couple others when I first got that barrel. But like the 208s, I tried 2 different powders. I was 2 or 3. but I was running Reloader 26 and H1000, and when I did the entire range of the load, and then up over that because of how long I was loading it, the worst group I shot was an 1.25 inches with the called flyer.
Wow,
And that was
pretty cool.
That's a 28-inch bull, and it's and if you take any factory ammo in that rifle, whatever the factory said it runs at 100 feet per second, that's where it's at.
That's cool. Yeah, man, I've been looking, and I've been dragging my feet a little bit because sometimes I find the weirdest deals on stuff.
Yeah.
And I got a guy that I follow. He's a deal seeker, and he ended up getting a and if I can find one, I'm going to buy it. A Remington 700.
Yeah.
With a scope on it, and 308. I was like, that's right up my alley. It was under $100. And if I can find one, I'm buying it. Y'all know I'm gonna buy it. I don't care where it comes from.
If you can, it's like my Remington has the factory trigger on it, and it's like 8 pounds or something stupid. I haven't even tried to adjust it. Have nothing. It's heavy, but I can once you get up behind something like that, learn to get behind it. It's not that big of a deal to kind of overcome that and just really send stuff where you want it. And it's, mine's only got a SWFA Super Sniper on it, 10x42, and even with that, the fixed 10 power, like I said, it's a 3/8 inch gun, and I like shooting at 4-inch steel.
Yeah, Chico's looked through that same scope,
and so that's an inexpensive one. If you're running 308 and you get a good rifle, they got the new version of the primary arms. This little they have the old version. It was 4-14 by 44. There's now a 3-18 by 50, and then there's the Platinum series. It's even bigger than that. With the HUD reticle, I've actually taken that out and hit it 10-22 with the HUD reticle in a 12.5 mile wind.
Very cool.
That's my farthest hit. So
yeah, when I've had a lot of guys tell me about those Remingtons, and I see a comment in the side chat. They was saying if it was the older one. So
mine's a newer one. The nicest thing about those is you can do what's called a remage barrel, which puts like a Savage nut on it, and if you even if you get one of who cares what caliber, you can if you got the long or the short action that you need, you pull the barrel off, and then you put a precision ground lug on it, and put a new barrel on it, and without truing it, you're probably not going to get down to that quarter minute, but you're going to be 3/8, under half inch pretty easily. With most of their barrels, they have from like Criterion. Northland Shooting Supply is a great place to get a barrel from them.
Who's that?
Northland. Northland Shooting Supply.
Okay.
I think the guy's name there is Jamie as well. I have 2 barrels from them. I thought I'd hurt my shilling in my first Savage. And pulled the Savage barrel out because it was unsafe. I was 2 grains under max loads in the Hornady manual, blowing primers with ammo that was well within SAAMI specs. And come to find out, when I cast it, was the rifling was 307, and it was a Savage 11 VT. It was a Dick's gun. They were known to have short throats on them. When you combine the short throat with the with the rifling not being cut out far enough, if you took a 168 ELD match bullet factory Hornady, I had 60,000 crushed, and I didn't know any. Just with it, that was my first gun that I bought a couple years ago, and without knowing any better, I didn't know that I had a problem.
So let me ask you, Big E. So you don't have, because you shoot precision, you don't have a problem you're in Texas, you don't have a problem finding that range or
Over
space.
we have one big range down here on west side of Houston that American Shooting Centers that has you qualify. You have to put 5 on paper inside of a 6-inch circle. No other shots on target at 300 yards before they let you shoot 4 in a 600 yard range. And they give you they actually give you a card for long range certification.
That's very cool.
So that's the one public range we have. All the 1,000-yard ranges are private, which is why every once in a while I go up and shoot the PRS event just so I can get a chance to shoot out past 600 yards. I've got a 200-yard range, and I've got another range that we keep talking about going out to 500 or 600 yards. But last I know, they're still at 300, 330 to the berm. They used to have one of their steel gongs actually on the berm at 330.
George's boy trying to get everybody arrested. And I know, Chris, 338. It's amazing to me every Friday how many people show up to hear some old country boys talk. And with that said, I want to address something that Chico said about the Ruger M77 Hawkeye. Now, the Hawkeyes may be different. The Ruger M77 that I have is pre-Hawkeye. It was made in 1988. But the
Mark II or whatever.
I think it's before that. I think it's just a M77. But anyway, I'd have to look it up, Kyle. To tell you the truth, I don't really know a whole lot about them, but their rings are like my Seiko. They're very proprietary. They've got that half moon cut shape in there, and the front one is the receiver shaped like that. So the front one has to be taller than the back one, if I remember correctly.
So it's like a Ruger Super Red Hawk.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the Remingtons or Savages. Just typically you can get a Savage like a 308. Gun, and if you just wanted like a 30, depending what caliber you wanted. If you wanted like just a 308, Savage makes the couple of was like an FCH or something like that, kind of a tactical. It comes in their Aki stock with the aluminum bedding in the stock already, and you can just drop a like a precision arms, a primary arms, HUD reticle on it. And if you're running gold medal match through it, you zero it up, and that'll take you to 1,000 yards right in the glass.
Yeah, my buddy's got a Savage, one of those, and 30-06. That's a sweet shooting rifle.
Yeah,
I forget what glass he put on top of it. I think he's got a Vortex on it.
Yeah,
but I'm more than impressed with my Fix 10 Super Sniper. Those some bitches are. I mean, those things are great.
Yeah, my ARs have them, and I have a 5X on my 223 Wild, and then my AK and Drag has the FDE 3X 7.6239 blast on it. The little prism scopes. And I've taken those both out to 300 yards and just whack stuff at will.
I'm sorry, I've got a 100-pound dog trying to rip my shoulder out of socket.
Hey, that'll learn you.
And Biggie, I got another question, because you sound like you're well versed in the precision. What has that's what appears to me. Mm-hmm. What has kept you from putting all of that? Make videos of that? Are you because I know a lot of people I speak to sometimes in the side chat. A lot of them been doing this probably longer than I've been alive.
Yeah,
no offense to none of y'all, but a lot of them don't have. They're not comfortable with or they don't have the know-how of editing and uploading content.
I don't have like I got this one laptop that I've been nursing along. It's several years old now, but I really haven't. I don't have the cameras or the editing stuff. Yeah, really.
Okay.
They have, and I haven't. I've been a little bit too busy, but every once, with the new updated stuff, I was like, I need to probably get on the content creator side too, and do and just do story write ups because I can do it that way.
Yeah.
I've had stuff that I've 3, 4, 5 pages and stuff that I was sending back and forth with like Johnny, just going over what I was seeing, what he thought. But yeah, when it came down to like my 300 Win Mag, he told me to pick the velocity I wanted to shoot. The gun didn't care.
Right.
Good gun.
Yeah, and that's why I said that, because some people are just good at explaining in detail and even posting, even if it was pictures.
Right.
But the uploading of the videos and editing, that's not hard at all. You don't have to have fancy cameras. This is what I use. All my videos. It's an iPhone.
Yeah.
It's my personal cell phone, but that's what I use. And but I think a lot of people could benefit from basically your knowledge base just from listening to you here for these 40 minutes. I'm like, dang, he's doing, because going on your YouTube, seeing only the small amount of videos you have, I wouldn't think you would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do the. I mean, it's like I got crazy into it. I've got an like when I'm doing brass prep for 308. First thing I do, I kind of wrote back to you last time. Like, first thing I do is take it home and throw it in the annealer. I have an Neely's. Don't have the budget for one of those amp machines, but I got a Neely. So I first anneal the brass. Then I turn around and I'll resize it, trim it. If it's the first time out, I definitely actually the first 2 times, just in case I miss one or whatever, I'll deburr the flash hole, trim and uniform the primer pockets, the chamfer deburr. I've got it. My 308 die is now a bushing die. Started with just the Lee dies, and then I now have the Hornady set with the bushings in it, and now I'm on Lapua brass, the 155 Sceners, and I think I'm at about 45.5 grains. I'd have to go home, pull out the book, and double check that. Haven't looked at it in a little while. I've actually running Shooter's World Precision Rifle powder. I tried that and Major Pistol. I don't have a chronograph for the pistols, so I'm not real sure about what velocities I'm getting out of my 357. But it's their max load. It says it's supposed to be up near what the H110 is, but I don't know. It definitely doesn't recoil as much, but even if you run it through a recoil calculator based on the drop in powder weight, it was supposed to have like 25% less recoil just because of the powder drop. It's just the volume of powder.
Cool.
Yeah, and but it's so I mean, you go through all of that. I've got the I bumped the brass like 2,000. I have the tool to measure that. I've got the tool to measure to the land. You got to do all of that. So all my rounds are 2.86 or something like that, not 2.8 for overall length. Like I said, my Win Mag is all the way out at 3.6, and that puts it a couple of thousands off of the lands.
Okay, let me interrupt you right here. We want to welcome our newest member to the panel, the distinguished, the bearded wonder from the land of Ohio, Mr. Crazy Scotsman. What's up, my brother?
That way.
How you guys doing?
Good, brother. How about you, man?
I'm doing all right. Apparently, I'm getting some one hell of an intro. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, you deserve it. Welcome as always. We got some stuff we need to talk about here in a few minutes, so stand by.
All right.
And how long you been sitting over there, man? I've got major catastrophe with my Cabela's.
Oh, like maybe 5 minutes.
Oh man, that long? I'm sorry, dude.
It's all good, man. You got stuff going on. I get it. It's all good. What issues you having?
He dropped him.
Sure, you don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. Because
That would explain it.
Why are you smiling?
I don't know that because Scotsman here is here. You can't not smile when the Scotsman and Chico are in the same room, man.
Great answer, brother. Great answer.
I got a good one on Scotsman the other night. They were up shooting in Wisconsin, I guess it was. Scotsman.
I was in Minnesota and then Iowa.
Minnesota and Iowa. And so he made a comment. I don't know if you saw it, Chico, but they were talking like
Brass.
yeah. And Scotsman said, Chico will be up here to get that. And I'm like, he
Talking
just
about
flew
it.
through town in a blur, man.
And then Alan reaches into his pocket and goes, nope, I picked up every one.
Like everybody, I picked up my no. What did he say? Everybody except Chico. I didn't pick it up, or he did pick it up, and I comment, yeah. You know, and I pick it up, but I don't pick
Hey,
up.
man,
If it's
I told you I got the address. I'll tell you where you can go. There's all kinds of brass out there. 10-9-223, you name it, man.
Cool, brother. Good seeing you. Are you is this a relaxation day for you?
I just got back from work. I had to go in for a few hours.
Cool, brother. Well, thanks for joining us. We always enjoy having you on. You know, Jamie, if I could, I know everybody this our topic was because I know it's a big development that you are working on, and Georgia Boy just did a video not too long ago about it. You know, it's sort of gonna be on 30-30. We were gonna be talking about that a little bit, or in general. And I know it's a lot of people that do 30-30. I know Jamie does. I wonder if this guy right here does. Kyle, you got a 30-30, don't you? Yes, but you're on mute. But I read your lips. Okay. What about you, Big E? Do you have any experience, or do you load for 30-30?
I don't play with the 30-30. My 7.6239, which is basically the same ballpark, is close as I get.
Because 30-30 is blowing up in the side chat, and I just had to bring that up because, you know, as our brother Georgia Boy said, he was like, everybody should know about 30-30, but you know, I got plans on getting one pretty soon.
Started with a 308.
Look at Jamie over there stroking his 30-30. Look at it. Ain't she pretty?
She is.
What is that, brother? Even though I know, but
it's just the Marlin 336. And I've smoothed the innards up a little bit. This one was made in 1974.
And it has, obviously it has that that JM stamp, right?
Yes.
I seen one the other day when I took those reloads to the range. I should have texted you about it.
Get it up here close enough where some of the guys who may not know, I'm sure everybody watching our show knows, but pretty much right there on the barrel.
Yep. You got to go over a little bit, you know, right about there, right above that wood in the corner. It's got that special mark. There you go.
I'm sorry. There it is.
That's the man putting his initials on his work. If a man initials his work, he's proud of it. That's what you want. If you don't see that, it's a Remlin. JM Stamp Marlin today for 30-30. Guess how much I paid for that one? I bought it about 3 years ago. Right, about probably a year to 6 months before I started making YouTube videos.
$250.
Huh?
$250.
How much?
$250.
Exactly.
Wow.
Have I told you this story before?
No, I kind of figured for it because it was obviously a used gun, but I seen one at the gun range when I took my reloads the other day. It was double that, and I just was like, okay, I'll come back in a week and see if it's still at that price, and hit them with the Chico, you know, like, hey, look, I got some brass and I got about $100. No, I'm just playing. Look at Kyle. But, I think that's a good deal for JM Stamp ones in that good of shape, Jamie. It didn't have the scope on it when you got it, right?
No, and that's just an old cheap Bushnell Trophy 3x9, which is a whole lot better scope than a Bushnell Banner.
I think that's what my 11 VT came with. Yeah, it was crap.
Let's see.
I think Georgia Boy's got a very good point, Chico. If you're looking for a JM Stamp Marlin, you better buy it now.
Yeah, now this one was nice. I'm not, and you know, did I ask? I didn't want to take no pictures in the store of it or like the serial number, but it was a JM Stamp one because I didn't want them to know that I was interested in it. Sort of, you know how that goes. You got to play them. You look at them like, and walk off. But I did see it had good. It didn't have no scratches on the blue and looked still brand new. The wood had one little small dent where they probably banged it up against a truck or something. But
I was talking in the side chat. Where was that at?
What?
Where was the firearm at? Where'd you find it at?
Oh, in the Dirty South.
Oh no, I know, but where?
Oh, it was at a used shop, at a pawn shop.
Okay. I was gonna say, depending on the shop, I know some people and I can make some calls for you.
Oh yeah, it was at a pawn shop. It wasn't at a it was a local, like a little small pawn shop. You know, I try to go to those hole in the wall places that's familiar with me. Like, look, man, you need some work on your vehicle, you know, try to make some deals, but
Okay, 1 second. Excuse me for interrupting. Chris 338. That is the point, brother. That right there is the whole point of a 30-30 series. Mine, I bought it. I've took it to the range once. Okay. Almost. All right. A lot of guys have a 30-30 just sitting around that's not being shot. So get them old guns out, get them suckers cleaned up and lubed up, get them presses working, and let's do some shooting, boys. Right? Right. Let's go. And I'll show y'all what I got started with right here. This is 54 rounds of Remington RP 30-30 brass. And Emperor, don't you go nowhere. I got something to show you too.
is that it?
So what I did is these come out of that big container I had that I thought was ready. And then I took a factory round and put it on my comparator, my headspace comparator, and it was like 30, 40 thousandths too long. So I sized it back till it was even with the factory and with the factory brass, and started over. Got it all trimmed to 2.030 Camford, deburred, primer pockets cleaned, and it's ready to go. Georgia Boy 44 was showing he did his video today, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this on here so I don't have to make one. I'm gonna be using buffalo rifle for one, and the bullet I'm going to be using with the buffalo rifle is some that MCK sent me, and he's already took off, but these are 110 grain 30 caliber that he uses in his 300 Blackout. So I'm gonna pair those two up. Then I have some that I've cast. These are the 170 grain. I sent Chico some of these. So, hey guys, I've learned the trick with this camera. Don't look at the screen, just look at the camera. Just stick it up there in the camera like that. You'll be all right. Jerry 1911 sent me these, the berries. So I'm going to be doing some of those. I'm going to send Georgia Boy some of these. These are 170 grain flat point hollow points, flat tip hollow points. Can y'all see? Those are pretty, but I think you got to be careful how fast you run them. Jerry, tell me again how fast I can run these. And then, of course, I got some store-bought bullets. I got the Sierra Pro Hunters. And I've got these cost a mint, the Hornady FXT 160 grains. I have Georgia Boy's favorite powder, the IMR 3031. Shooter's World Tactical Rifle. Also has some round shot tack. And y'all think I'm crazy for even thinking this, but right there on the bottom of the bottle, it says 3030 Winchester. I'll never get y'all to where y'all can read that.
No. Go to Shooter's World. You can download the whole manual. It'll be open there.
I've already done it. And then I've got some Hodgdon Hornady Lever Revolution. So we got a lot of work to do with 3030.
Best part of a 3030 is try and wear it out.
Yep, there you go.
Good luck.
So Jerry 1911 sent me some more bullets too, but we'll get to those on other videos. And we're going to be doing some pretty good 3030 stuff. And that was the whole idea, was to get those old lever guns out, get them tuned up, and let's get shooting. Cranky likes 48.95 and tight group in 3030. I ain't that bold. Okay, Jerry says 2,000, maybe a little faster, 19 to 2,100 feet per second. So some of the load data for 3030 can get you up into 2,500 feet per second range.
Am I seeing double, or did Cranky say tight group?
Oh yeah, he said tight group.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Well, what is it, like 0.8 of a grain?
I think it's 8 grains, no kidding. But that's great news, Pastor. He said Coach Brothers are going to join us, so that's going to be fun. Jerry 1911 kind of got the whole thing started with his Glenfield 3030.
Yeah.
So,
no. Yeah, you guys saying about 2,400. From what I remember, was looking up stuff for 7.62 39 to 3030 is about 100 feet faster. So the most stuff I saw, so 2,600 is probably doable on quite a few things before you get to the really heavy stuff.
Does that particular caliber have a range of bullets that's widely available for it, Jamie? Isn't that one of the the nice things about it also?
it's a 30 caliber. There's just tons.
Well, I'm saying the weight of bullets, because I was looking up some data one time, and I think that range of bullets goes from anywhere from like the low 100s up to the high, maybe even the 200s, right?
Not for 3030. Typically, the 3030 was designed to run a 170 grain bullet. That's the classic loading. And then some guys come up with the idea was to make a little lighter bullet for 150 because that's what the military was using in 30-06. But yeah, it's 30 caliber, so you got so much out there that you can work with. And
Right.
kind of
And
what I wanted to get at in the series was the versatility of the things that we can do as reloaders. Then you get another whole set of versatility from when you're casting. You can cast up all these different bullets because I've got 4 30 caliber molds over there. I got the Lee 309, 180, 1R. I got the 170 flat point. Then I got a 135 grain spire point. So, and then
One thing I wanted to say for those of you that don't know, if you have a tubular magazine rifle like the 30-30 is, 30-30 lever guns have a tubular magazine. You have to use flat pointed bullets. If you start loading up spire points and all this stuff and you load up 3 or 4 in there, it's possible that the magazine can explode.
Yes, Thorzak's just got here. I believe he would second that opinion. That's
the OSHA in me coming out.
Oh yeah,
I hear you, brother. I agree.
Yeah, Jamie, that's what I was hitting at about the variety of bullets, because I'm looking at the data now, and it's anywhere from 110, and I see all the way up to 173, I believe. I see about 8 different bullets, different weights that can vary. And then you add in the powder, that adds in another variable, and other good stuff for testing. So that's pretty cool.
There's so many bullets in 30 caliber, so many different powders you can use. But if you're going to use more, if you're going to load more than 2 in the gun at one time, you need a flat point or a soft round nose. And these Pro Hunters, I'll show you how they are. These are about as bold as I'm getting. When it comes to Sierra's bullets, I really like the Pro Hunters better than I like the Game Kings. The reason being is you can look at that bullet and see how it's got a flat base on it, but you can also see how they call it a round point, a soft round point, but that looks pretty flat to me. I'm just saying it does.
Very cool.
It's made exactly for the 30-30, but this is a 150 grain bullet. And Jerry was saying that the 170 has more bearing surface and more stability.
Yeah, if you're getting onto the pointy stuff, the other thing you could try is just an extra. Obviously you don't want to go real pointy, but slightly pointier stuff. You could also try the CCI military primers, which are harder primers to help prevent slam fires and stuff.
I don't want to take that chance.
I hear you. But if you're in a little bit of a rounded point, if you're going there, just saying.
Well, before me and Jamie were going to go shooting, I was just trying to round up some brass because it's been so long since I shot my 35 Remington. Had no ammunition for it, period. It was a baseball bat at this point, if I ever needed it. I went into Cabela's, and the only thing I could find was ballistic tipped, spire point, poke your finger and you bleed bullets. I'm like, why do they have this on the damn shelf? I mean, oh my God. That's the only 35 Remington they had in the store. Wow. And my buddy said, just buy the box and just shoot them single shot and keep the brass. I'm like, I'm not paying $52 for a box of 20 bullets. I'm not doing it. I guess they had uranium cores or something. I don't know.
They are quite a few 30 caliber. Well, there's a good many 30-30s in bolt action out there. Not nearly as many as lever guns, but they do exist. I know, Cranky. Nathan's got some stuff going on and family type stuff, his dad and his work and so forth and so on. He'll be back. Y'all just keep him in your prayers and keep asking about him, and we'll let everybody know that we'll let him know that everybody's missing him. So,
Cranky, he might make a video here in a couple of days. We'll see. He might happen to have a package on the way. So we'll see. I had someone contact me because he has some beard issues, and send him a little care package.
there you go.
I see a question in the side chat, Jamie, from Michael Signs.
Yeah, I love them. I like them pretty well. I've used them in 9mm. Seemed like they shot really good. Hey, Lever Guns 50. What about you, Scotsman? What do you think of the gold dots?
I haven't heard anything bad, honestly. I've never shot them myself, but I've never heard anything bad. So that's all I really know on that, honestly.
I think they're primarily geared to the law enforcement community, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are. They're done by CCI, so I mean, you really can't go wrong with CCI products. I've rarely seen anything bad from them at all.
Well, Spear makes the projectiles, and that is the only Spear bullet I have ever reloaded. The 9mm, 124 grain hollow points.
Mm-hmm.
Does round ball in my black powder pistol count?
Whatever counts. What's the matter, Kyle?
Read Fuzzy's comment.
I don't know if we ought to be doing that.
There's only a few of y'all that'll get that. Oh, Lord, Bacon's here. Good evening, sir.
Talking of Bacon, after the chat, we guys will talk, and I'm working on something, and I want your guys' opinion. So we'll talk after the chat.
All right.
Definitely.
Hey, Mr. Bacon, welcome. I didn't see you sneaking in. Still don't.
He's there. He snuck in and said, hey.
If the fuzzy comment you're talking about, it reminds me of a certain real doll incident on the Johnny's Reloading bench.
Again, guys, I'm sorry. I can't reply to the side chat. I wonder what my dog's doing. I'll be back.
Probably got the neighbor's cat up a tree. All right, so I have another box.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear that, Scotsman?
Never mind. We're all good. She's in there next to my youngest son. He's playing video games with one hand and has a rope chew toy in the other, and she's just wearing them out.
Kyle, my mini dog is getting where she's walking me instead of me walking her.
What's funny is I'll be walking Baloo, and she'll get some slack in the leash and then reach down and bite the leash, and then she's walking herself. I just let go of the leash. I stop, she stops. I go, she goes. She's just walking herself.
Then you got it right.
Thanks, Scotsman.
Balance beam.
I'm seeing a video. I'm seeing a nice video in the future here.
Yes. At this point, it's going to have to be after deer season. But yes. Hey, wait a minute. We need one more, right, Jamie?
Let's find out, said the wise old owl.
I think you can't count, Kyle.
Thought we wanted 6.
I'm pretty sure we have 6.
1 ringy dingy.
1. You got to say 2 the right way, though.
I can't do that. No. Okay.
I too got a package today, but I was expecting it. Oh, you got scales and stuff, all that good stuff.
Wait for it.
Ooh,
Free.
3. Y'all know what's going to happen, right?
they gonna go sky high.
Boom. Hey, Chico, you reckon we can do this with Eagle?
Can. You know what? That to set off that Tannerite, it has to be it's got to be a high velocity round, correct?
It's got to be super.
So what is that, like in the speeds of what?
Well, we're going to be doing it if we do it down at my place. You're looking at 1,250.
Oh, I got something that'll do that. I got something that'll set it right off. I'm gonna do a video, but I'm gonna open this anyway. I was expecting this.
4.
Are we still counting, huh?
Are we doing this at your place, Jamie, or at my place?
I'm going to talk to my property owner.
My place would be a little less cleanup because there's a lake. We can build a raft.
This one's in,
That one's already fell apart. Okay.
this one's Scotsman's, I believe. Did we get a little frustrated, brother?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I know where they came from.
Yeah. So I have to tell everyone, our good brother Insight, he hit me up and he said he got these and he wanted to know if I could use them. And they're for rimfire. And he said these are some good. I've heard of them a little bit, but never looked into them. But it's for rimfire. And if you guys know, I recently got a rimfire rifle, a 17 HMR. And he was like, "Can you use them?" I said, "I appreciate it," because I was definitely looking for figuring out what kind. I've got a few scopes that I can put on it, but I was looking for some rings. So he sent me this, and
you can't go wrong, man.
That's what he
rings are the
told me.
only rings I'll ever use.
Ozark's wanting us to shoot it with something at 2,200 feet per second.
Well, you know, these little 17 HMRs I got, I think they're clocking 23.
Yeah, they're up there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got 223 rounds running 3,000.
Where's the last scale? Ah, the blessed number 6. The blessed number 6.
And it's been so long. It's been so long. Okay.
So we got a total of 6 scales.
Yes.
For right now, I wonder if we can cast bullets out of aluminum. We're gonna have some scrap aluminum laying around.
That'll be too light.
Anybody got a 300 Win Mag that's gonna be near there? I'll give you a recipe. I got a couple of Lehigh Defense 146 controlled chaos. I put them out of my rifle at 3,500 feet per second on top of 82.2 grains of reloaded 26. It was point blank range of 500 yards.
I can make that happen.
Yeah, so 146 or something like that, going 3,500 feet per second off of the Crony.
I've got some 300 blackout loads that I misread the recipe, and it's actually a very dependable bullet. 110 grain Hornady VMAX going at 3,300 feet per second out of a 9.5-inch barrel.
Grenades.
It's not overpressured, and I think the only reason it's not is because it's such a short barrel. But it at 250 yards all day long, ding, 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 ding. But I mean, once you sight your optic in for that, you can't shoot anything else. I mean, I think I carried the one or something when I was loading them up.
I don't know if you set your optic up and you're going starting off that fast, you probably ain't dropping a whole lot.
Well, you can't throw a 208 grain behind it and have any accuracy at all.
That won't work.
I'm sure at like 68 yards, they'd go through the same hole. But
Okay, y'all got to help me out, guys, because I'm old and I'm forgetful.
Why?
Don't shake your head, Chico, man. Please,
Why?
please
Why?
help me.
We'll help you, though. You're not old.
You might be old, Jamie, but you're not as forgetful as Kyle.
he is very correct on that.
Okay, okay, two of these are mine and Scotsman's. One of them came from Crooked Creek Shooting, and he was in the side chat earlier. Crooked Creek sent me a rating scale, and I'm not blowing it up. It's too nice a scale to be blown up. So, Crooked Creek, let me know what you want me to do with that scale. If you want me to just give it away to somebody in the drawing, maybe I can give it away with the Frankfurt Arsenal digital that we have to give away to the winner. So I've got in the drawing, I've got Michael Sines, Crooked Creek, the Scotsman, Larry Palmer. So
No, you can take me out. I'm not in this, man. I bought the damn thing and sent it to you. I ain't in the drawing.
listen, though, what I'm doing is trying to figure out who else needs to be in the drawing.
Did you put S-Winger 70?
No.
All right, put S-Winger 70 because the other one that I gave you, that's where it came from. The one I handed you in Tennessee, S-Winger 70.
All right, so me and Scotsman's out.
Me and my buddy Worm actually shot mine. I got so mad at it, and we took it to his house and just shot it because he's an RCBS man, and he was like, "Wait a minute, that looks like way too much powder," and then the next one was way too little powder, and he puts it on his, and he's like, "That thing's a piece of junk." He said, "You don't need to be loading with that."
I tell you what, Jamie, instead of putting me in, I'm going to pay it forward.
All right,
Single shot.
I saw that.
Awesome.
Pay it forward. Single shot. He's a good dude.
He really is a good dude.
Hey, I see Jerry's asking about this drawing. Does Jerry not know how this drawing works? And if so, because we have how many you seeing in the side chat, Jamie?
54.
So if you want to tell them, some of them that may not be familiar with what this drawing is and what it consists of.
Well, how it started was I was on Foreign and Domestic with the Scotsman one night, and they were asking me some questions about reloading, and I told them about what frustration I was having with this thing, the Lee safety scale. And Scotsman cut me off and said how he was having the same issues, and Scotsman sent his to me in a bag, busted all to pieces. So I kind of get it. So we got this idea on, that we're going to blow these suckers up. Yes, we're going to. If you want to see some Lee safety scales, what I'm telling you is if you're a reloader and you have had frustration with your Lee safety scales to the point of the Scotsman and myself to where we want to blow these suckers up. If you want to see yours blown up and have a chance to win a real scale, then send me yours. We're going to blow them up. We've already got 6. We started off, we was going to shoot for 12, and we didn't get any. And we got a couple in, and then we were like, okay, well, we still need this many. So we decided we was going to blow them up when we got 6. We have 6. If you want to send in your scale to me or the Scotsman or what, no, send them to me because we're getting ready to blow these suckers up. 2 more weeks, Scotsman. What do you think?
Yeah, that's good. And you can send them to me if you want. Either way, I'll send them on to Jamie.
Pony 47, he sent me one. That's right. Your name's going in the drawing, Pony.
You would have got one from me, but we couldn't find enough pieces of it.
So then once I started talking about this, Curtis, William C. Chapin, starts putting out all these videos about how well his works. And I'm like, well, man, you got a lot more patience than I do because I tell you what happened to mine. No, I'm not. I've talked too much tonight already.
I'll tell you what happened to mine since Jamie kind of showed it in a bag. I'm a very, very patient man, but
yeah, right.
We'll leave it at that, and we'll continue on. Kyle, how you doing, brother?
Oh shit! Excuse me. Sorry, I had to sneeze, dog hair and everything. I'm doing great, my friend, and you?
Well, you saw the bag, so I'm doing pretty damn good too.
You are now? Yeah, I got it.
No, they are a very, very frustrating for sure. And I am a very patient man, but I ran out of patience with that pretty quick. Not gonna lie. It may have gone across the room once or twice.
I'd have to weigh each charge 5 or 6 times, and every time it comes up different. And me and Worm were sitting there in his little, they call it the wormhole, little building out backs where we do our reloading when I'm over at his house. And he just looks at me and goes, that thing's a piece of junk. He said, let's shoot it. I said, all right.
You know, when I first got because I bought the kit. So I got the kit on sale. The Lee turret press, the whole kit. I got that thing on sale for like $120 or $125. It was an entire kit. Couldn't beat it. I was like, hell yeah, I'm buying that. You know, the press alone was worth that. So I got that, and this little damn scale was in there. And you know, when I first trying to set it up and play around with it, damn you all, Ozark.
I was gonna say, wait till he sees that.
We're gonna have words, Ozark. But yeah, no, when I first started playing with that thing, it seemed to work okay. And then once I really started getting going and started cranking out rounds, it was like, damn, this thing won't work right. And before you know it, it was in a bag and on the way to Jamie.
That's right. So if you guys in the side chat, if you have one, you send it in, and there's your name be put in a drawing for a digital scale that looks like this.
Frankfurt Arsenal digital scale.
Yeah, and I got that sucker around here somewhere.
Jamie, I believe I would throw in that RCBS scale too. That way that they'd have old school and new school.
If Crooked Creek says that that's okay, that's what we'll do. We'll give away this brand new, still in the package, Frankfurt Arsenal Digital 750.
Everybody needs a backup manual scale. For you're loading it 9 o'clock at night. You just really don't feel like going out. You only have 2 more rounds to go, and the batteries die. You know, like, come on, I got to be at the range at 5 o'clock in the morning. 2 more rounds. Which, if I was going to the range at 5 o'clock in the morning for a competition, I'd have plenty of rounds in spare. But
Yeah, I've just had so many people send me stuff lately, and y'all are such a blessing. It's just hard for me to keep track of who all I got them from. Yeah, I'm Pony. That's what we're going to work with. Scotsman can get in touch with Crooked Creek and ask him if it's okay to give this scale. Let me get this scale over here and let y'all see it. So carry on. We're up to 56 folks, y'all. Can y'all believe that?
Creeker says just eyeball it. Just eyeball it. It'll be all right.
Or do what Fuzzy says. Get you some Lee Scoop, sports fans.
There you go. Oh, and I want to touch on what Fuzz said a little bit ago, that Trump has a drawing of Alabama. Did that ring a bell with any of y'all? CNN put out a map of the southeastern United States for the hurricane track, and you had Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, but Mississippi was like that wide. They left Alabama totally off the map. Anyway, enough about that. How about them Braves?
Them Braves are playing some dang good baseball right now.
Yes, sir. So look, how many scales we have total? 6?
We have 6 in already. Actually 7. Let me show y'all this one.
Pony _47, Swinger S70, the Crazy Scotsman. Who else?
Jamie.
Okay, this is who I've got. In the drawing, we have Michael Sines, Crooked Creek Shooting, because he sent us this beautiful old school Reading scale.
There you go.
And
it's not even RCBS. It's an old Reading scale. Yeah, don't shoot that. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
And the only thing that I can tell that could be a fault with this is as I'm sitting here holding it with my unsteady hand, it's still wobbling. So it is not magnetically dampened as the newer scales are today. And this is let me take a look here.
Look, we can understand your unsteady hand. I mean, just look at your epic beard. It's understandable.
Look who's talking.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know.
No, you hang up.
F3 is the model number stamped into the bottom of the metal. So yeah, if it's okay with Crooked Creek and I cannot break it, we will send this to the winner as well.
That's right, James Pollard. It'll be fine.
And anything else that anybody might want to contribute to see for the good of reloading them to get at least 6 less Lee safety scales off of this planet.
It's not a Hornady digital that needs to die.
Hey, easy. You talking about the auto measure?
No, I have it was just it's like a 1500, I think it was, but it was just a little
one of these.
Scale.
Yeah, what Jamie's showing.
Yeah, mine
okay.
Wacky. I changed the battery. I put in a lithium battery. It still gets wacky.
This one is on the verge of going into that pile right over there with the Lee safety scales. I mean, it's that close. About one more late night of crap readings from that thing, and it's going to go into the pile also.
About the only thing I can use that one for is to take it off of my RCBS auto measure with the scale on it, and then just put it on there as a second guesser. Yeah, you have to turn it on, let it settle out, take a quick reading, and you're done. After that, you've got to turn it off because it ain't gonna last after that.
Chico, what about those scales that you found on Amazon? How much playing with have you done with that? And I'll tell you my results.
Did you buy one?
Yep.
Man, I loaded this 357 Magnum off of it the other day. I used both of them. If y'all seen my little video, in the video I only showed my Frankfurt Arsenal, but I was nervous because every time I load a new caliber, I get the butterflies. But for some reason, I didn't have them as bad this time. But mine works fine. Did you calibrate it properly?
Oh, and the Hornady?
No, I was saying Kyle.
Oh,
I
Because
haven't calibrated mine because I don't have a check weight of that
right.
weight.
Now, this is the weird thing that I did with mine. I calibrated my other scale because it's got a 50 gram or 50 gram check weight. And when I calibrated that scale, I put something on it that was exactly 50 grams. I had to where I was using powder and everything. I worked it right up to 50 grams.
Yeah, I don't have 100-gram check weight.
Took the tray and everything that had 50 grams in it and then put it on the other scale with my 50-gram check weight, and that's my 100 grams that I need. And both of them are right on.
Okay.
So what's your result? So
that way?
Did I do what?
You recalibrated it that way?
Correct, because I don't have a 100-gram check weight also.
I was thinking about doing that, but then I was like, if I make a video about this, people are going to think I'm the most redneckest bastard on the planet.
Well, we're innovators, so we use what we have to get what we want.
I was sitting there laying in bed trying to go to sleep, thinking about have a catch pan with a 50-gram weight in there, trickling powder in. I was like, come on now.
well, if you had a good balance beam scale, you could zero that out, and you did.
You see what was going through the gears up here. Yeah.
But see, that's the key, having a good one. We didn't have a good one. But we're going to make it better by blowing it up.
That's right. Yeah. It's be much better. So Dead Horse has a question. Chico, can you find that question he had for us?
I'm sure.
I don't know, but the answer is going to be don't beat it.
Yes, I do. I can't highlight it. Jamie would have to do that. But he says, I just got an RCBS Automaster for his 50 BMG press today. He said, I need a 1.5 to 1 1/4 bushing for lead dies for it. Does anyone know where I can find it? A 1.5 to 1 1/4 bushing for the lead eyes. The bushing? I'm trying to think. Is that the spacer?
Would it be this thing?
No, it's the original press is in like my Reading press. There is a hex nutted bushing that goes into the press. If you take that out, it's 1.5, and if you put it with it in, which is like normal, you just put your regular dies in it. So the larger dies.
I'm familiar. Is that like on the RCBS? When they do the conversion to change them to the Hornady locks? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I think Lee got a piece out and then put another piece in for that.
I think Lee makes exactly what he's needing. I think Lee makes the exact thing.
Yeah. RCBS should have them as well. You contact RCBS; they're real good at it about getting stuff out to people.
Well, hang on a minute. Let me whip out the Master Reloading catalog here.
It might just be a repair part. So,
All right, hang on. Here we go. I'm in the RCBS area.
Let me take this down. Ozark Bacon, Preacher's Day Off's out there. Charles Irby showed up. I hate to start calling these people's names off. Tin Man's still here. Oh, yeah. Where is the Emperor? Is he still out there? The Emperor's still there?
He was a minute ago. Okay. Maybe it's with the presses.
So I'm going to do some work on this Reading. I'm going to clean it up real good and make it look good. But right now, I'm putting these in a box.
there you go.
Be gentle. Gentle.
I am.
You don't want them in bits until you blow them into bits. It's no fun if you already start with bits.
Yeah, well, you forget we already got this one.
But that's big chunk still.
You go back to the list. I need you to back me up on this.
Yeah, I'm listening. You want me to tell you who I got?
Yeah.
I got Pony underscore 47, Swinger S70, TCS, Michael Signs, Cricket Creek Shooting, and I'm waiting for more.
All right, Hornady lock and
here.
load. Hornady lock and load press conversion bushing from 1 1/4. Fits any press with 1 1/4 12 threads. Oh, never mind. That's to use their lock and load dies. Okay, I'm sure it's in this catalog. I'll find it. Hang on.
Chico, don't forget, change mine to single shot.
Okay, I got you to pay it forward.
Okay. Let me just rattle them off.
So I can write them down. Yeah.
I got distracted. I got Michael Signs, Crooked Creek Shooting, the Crazy Scotsman and care of Single Shot, myself, Larry Palmer, Swinger 70, and Pony 47.
So you got 6 total names.
7.
Pony, S Swinger, Single Shot, Michael Signs, Crooked Creek Shooting, and Larry Palmer.
Yeah, the only one you ain't got is me.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
And I'm not in the drawing per se. I'm just
hosting it.
Yeah.
All right, now let me ask a question. Are you talking about where the die screws in, or for the shell?
Yes, it's where the die screws into the top of the press. There is a bushing that, like my Redding, it's a green press and it has a black bushing with a hex nut that screws into the press. If you unscrew that, then you have the 1.5 inches. But if you leave that die with that bushing in there, there's 1 1/4 inches, and there's a third one out there. I forget the size. But yeah, they make replaceable bushings that go actually physically into the top of the press where the dies go.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
My press is a Redding Ultra Mag, so I was thinking about getting a 338 at one point and wanted the room.
But that's almost, I'm thinking he almost could get that from the hardware store.
Call RCBS. I mean, you break half their stuff, they just send you a new one anyway.
That is correct.
They might just send you a bushing.
Yeah,
that is correct. They just recently sent me 3 seating stems, and I didn't pay anything for them.
Yeah, I broke the screw on
let me tell you what. Go ahead.
Yeah, I broke the screw on my sprue plate for my RCBS die. They sent me a new one. So.
Yeah, all of them are real good. I had to call Lyman when I first got the All-American 8. I had an issue with it. Called them, bam, 3 days later, part wasn't right, but still, they were like, that's on it.
All right.
And when I say the part wasn't right, I was literally just missing the hole. They didn't punch the hole in it like they're supposed to.
Ouch.
But yeah, other than that, I've had good customer service. Dylan, I had an issue with the Dylan 650 when I first got it, and called them up, and they sent me not just one, they sent me 3. So if I had an issue with any others, I had additional pieces just in case, which actually turned out to be good because the second one out of the 3 worked fine. So.
Well, we got Eagle Eye Shooting. Hey, Kenny, welcome. He's got a Midway link for you out there. So let me see if I can do this. I wanted to show something for the Emperor. If I can figure out how to do a screen share.
That's a lock and load bushings. That for the link.
Okay, you see the title of that email? Let me see if it's working. Is it working? There you go. You see the title of that email? This email is the stuff of legends. Watch this, Emperor. Ruger American 350 Legend. $399.99. Ruger American 350 Legend Compact. Ruger AR 556 350 Legend. You don't need that one. The Savage 110 Apex Hunter 509.99, and the 110 Apex Storm 350 Legend 529.
No Ruger Precision.
Not yet. Then the Savage Axis 2 350 Legend 18-inch barrel 360, and the AR pistol with a 9.5-inch barrel 649. So we have hit, what we've had hit today is the Ruger entries into the 350 Legend. So I thought that would be interesting to the Emperor. Maybe I should forward that email to him.
I would.
I'll do that as quick as we get off the air. So, Dead Horse, I think you asked the right question to just the wrong people tonight.
I actually just posted him a link to Midway. It's an RCBS thread adapter bushing 1.5 dash 12 to 114 thread. If you look at it, it's a discontinued part. It's $53, but if you take that part number and call RCBS,
No, wait a minute. Did you say one? I found that one. He's not. He's looking for 1.5
inch and a half. Right, 1.5 to 1.25. Chico Wise had the right one, I think.
Yeah, I've got the. If you click on the link I just posted, it'll pop up. It'll show it to you. That thing is $53. It's a discontinued part, and guess what? You can't even get it from Midway. I'm just showing you the part number. You take that and call RCBS, and they'll probably send it to you more than likely.
I know it's in this catalog. It's got to be.
If
I'm
and
still
I put
worried about scenes.
he hasn't commented. It's out there though.
RCBS has it listed as coming in October. It's a special order part. Is what I've got it looked at as art for the RCBS thread adapter.
So.
Oh no, that was one. That one ended up being 1.25 to 1 inch. Never mind.
Yeah,
well, I thought that's what.
Andy, I'm taking.
Yeah, thought I had the other one up a little bit ago.
Now I'm into shotguns.
I know the side chat's been moving. I asked, I think Thor's Axe is still out there. He said he runs 2 RCBS 510 scales, and about a week ago or two, I was looking at, I think 510s or 505s. I found them used for a little or nothing, but they were in another state, and I was gonna ask the seller if they would ship, for whatever, $7 or whatever it is, or would they ship for what they were selling it for. But I didn't follow through.
There's some questions out there about the Lyman press that's being discontinued. I don't know if they're being discontinued per se. It looks like a few companies are stopping carrying them for sure. If you go on Lyman's website, they're still there. If you go on Amazon, they're still full price. And if a lot of other places still on full price too. So I think it's just some companies are just discontinuing the line, but not Lyman themselves. But yeah, if you find it for under $150, buy it. Well worth it. Well worth it.
Now we got it reduced again to $135.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
nice press at a nice price right there.
It's solid. The only thing I don't like is the priming system on it, and that's the only complaint I got. Everything else about that press, solid as a rock.
Yeah, Tim was having an issue with that too, I think.
Yeah, it the way they have it set up, they have it set up like the seven, the red and T7, kind of the same way, but it, for whatever reason, it just doesn't function 100% all the time. And I know Jerry 1911's had some issues, and I know some other people out there have had some issues with it. But yeah, the priming system is my only complaint. And I know Tim, since you're out there, Tim, I know you were talking about how your shell plate was rocking back and forth on yours. Mine is solid, so I'm not sure if you got an issue going on with that, but it should lock in solid and shouldn't be really moving around.
Yeah, it looks well built. I know it. I know it is. It's out the box, and I've seen you use yours a few times when we was on a private chat. So it's a monster.
It's
a
a
good price.
beast, and I got mine on sale when I bought mine, and I made them.
Okay, Ozark found the bushing. Lee part number 90512. $10.
Yep. There you go.
905. You know what? I put that in earlier, but I kept when I looked for that, it came up with a die. So 90512. Yep.
I found the one that went from 1 1/4 to 1 inch.
Yeah, there's several different die sets from through the years. There's even like a 7/8.
I think what is it? The Lee 450 uses 1 inch dies or something. They're not regular.
Not the standards we're using now.
Yeah, what's the standard thread? I can't remember it right now.
7/8 by 14 or something.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, it ran into like Corbin's as well. Like they're making stuff for that stuff. So a lot more money. But
Oh, there you go, Tim. If you're watching the side chat, Jerry said he got a new retainer clip and has as solid as a rock as well. So maybe that's a problem with yours as well.
Don't do that. Well, on my Lee turret press right here, I took my retaining clip, shell plate retaining clip out and put a rubber washer on there, like Kenny taught me, and it's floating, so it self-aligns when it's going up in there. And that works really good with the Lee neck size and die.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems out of any of my Lees, which is I'm very thankful for. I hear all these comments and all, and I had one little problem when I started loading 44 Magnum. It wasn't exactly centered. I mean, for everything else I was using it for, it worked great. I guess I had really worn out dies or something, but brand new dies, and I had to loosen the 3 bolts on it and just go tick, and then tighten them back down, and it was jam up from then on. Of course, now I've probably got enough loadings on them 44 dies where they're just as wore out as everything else.
With the carbide, yeah, it's probably fine.
And you know what? Before we end, I want to tell everyone something. I've just looked for this press. The Midway's got the cheapest price. The thing about it being on clearance, sometimes they will show how many's in stock. Sometimes they won't. So if you're thinking about getting that press, I would not suggest you wait until a day.
I'll tell you one thing with Midway too. Be real careful with Midway. I've had it happen to me where I've ordered something, and the very next day it said it was in stock, and the very next day they refund me my money back saying it was out of stock.
Yeah. My Lyman Cyclone case dryer, it dropped to like 35 bucks. I ordered it, said they had 9 in stock. When I ordered it, right after I ordered it dropped to like 2. And I was like, wow. it was like an hour later, it was like they were back to regular price. So I don't know if they dropped that price. I don't know. But if you for 135, if I bought it for 135, I'm paying 135 for it. So if you're thinking about that, that's a good price. Y'all, anybody thinking about it, you better jump on it now.
Yeah, jump on it. It's a hell of a press. It's rock solid, and I mean rock solid. Like I said, my only issue is the priming system, but I just prime it on a different press or prime with hand prime. So, and then move on from there. It's not a big deal. Not a deal breaker for the press.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sit in front of the TV and prime.
Yep. I put on those, those 30, 40-minute YouTube videos that some people do that I don't have time for usually, and I'll just let those run as I'm priming away.
Baseball game, watch one of the recent 1 hour marathon Johnny's Reloading Bench video.
Yeah. He's full of good information. He really is. He's an awesome guy, but my God, dude, I do not have time to watch your videos.
Oh, they're epic. I love them.
Especially that last series he did on the 6WOA White Oak Arm.
Yeah, they were like an hour apiece.
The first one was like 26 minutes, which was like the culmination of everything. And then he went back and then he tore it apart if you wanted to watch it. And he kind of warned you in the first video.
I mean, literally, like even when I'm driving across country, I can't watch those. It's like, good God, man.
I watched all three of them the first day. What are you talking about? You gotta love the talking hands.
You must be retired. I'm not.
It's my TV time.
I ain't got time for that, man. I'm at that kind of 10-minute, 10-minute max, 15 if it depends on who it is. That's pushing it.
Now you sit down in front of your single stage bench and you sit there and you put on the JRB and just keep going until you're done.
Yeah.
Ozark, that's still a rocking deal, buddy. A 10-inch gong with the stand, rifle rated for $59.
Yeah. And Coast Brothers, you're right on, man. That's exactly where I try to keep them at. Under 10 minutes, under 5 if you can. They're don't get me wrong, there's videos worth watching that are over 10 minutes, but it's really got to be worth it. It's got to be good information. And there are some people out there that have it, and I watch their videos, and I watch them all the way through. But when you get some people that just constantly upload 30, 40 an hour fucking long videos, it just gets to a point where you just run out of time. Like, I don't have the time for that. I'm sorry. Like, you're cool. I like you, but I don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
I hear you, Idaho. Go Dogs. Woof, woof. It's football season. Yeah, but I watched all of those when I'm at work, and I'm the only one in there. An hour-long video works perfect for me. I can turn that sucker on, work away, and then by the time it's over with and I got to go put another one on, it's time for me to get up and stretch my legs and back anyway. So that's pretty good when you're at work and you're just sitting there working on Chromebooks all day.
Especially if it's just audio and you don't have to look.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Johnny's Reloading Bench, for example. Try to watch that and drive. You really can't try to watch it and drive because he's got so much information in there.
But all you're looking at most of the time is his hands. If you want to go back and watch something specific, in the video that you find interesting, you want to go back. You can go back and search it. It's like I'll turn on one of his and go and drive to work, which is about an hour away from me, and it's you can just listen to it because most of the time you're watching his hands, or you have a set of groups, that you're gonna watch on the end. Okay, so you take a glance at the groups, and and most of the rest of it you can pretty much listen to by you can just listen to it. Is what I find. or like I said, want to sit down at the reloading bench to, definitely it's time for stuff like that.
Yeah.
See what crazy things people are doing.
So while I was on the back porch, I had a German Shepherd that found some paper towels in a trash can. That was fun. All the stuff that I buy you to chew on, and you want to get paper towels out of the trash can.
Oh, just wait till she grabs your shoes. The good ones. The good ones.
Yeah. I got to make a trip to Georgia too at some point. I have something for you, Kyle. You know what it is, but I have to drop it off because I can't fit it in the mailbox. Yeah, that won't fit in the flat rate box, so that ain't happening. I'm gonna have to drop that off at some point.
Well, hell, bring the stand too.
Oh, stand's already been claimed. You lost that.
Ah, well, that's all right. I got a stand.
That's why
Y'all will see.
I asked you before I left so that I didn't have to take it with me.
I know.
Bacon, we're glad to have you here. I know you got your hands full with 5 little ones running around, so we're glad to have you anytime, brother.
Thanks for showing up, Bacon.
While he's on here, we got to give him a big congratulations, y'all. We've surpassed 1 million views on the Reloaders Network, so that's a big deal.
And talking about that, Bacon, if you're able to, when this is over, if Jamie is able to send you a link so we can talk, because what I want to talk about involves you. So, whoa.
I was going to correct Jamie, but I didn't want to be the one to do it.
Well, I stand corrected. Bacon has 6 little ones.
Yeah, he's got a busy house.
Okay, there used to be a TV show in the 80s, I think it was, called 8 is Enough. So take a hint, Bacon. 8 is enough.
My mom's the oldest of 9. You got to see Christmas at Grandma's house when I was growing up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They learned in a hurry that great grandma got the first pack. You got to unwrap her stuff first.
Bacon has a good point. He says he remembers the numbers, but he can't remember the names.
Bacon, there was 4 of us when I was growing up. I had 3 younger sisters. I was the oldest and the only boy, and it got to the point where my mama, when she wanted to talk to us, to one specific one of us, she just started at my name and worked her way down the list till she got to the one she wanted to talk to.
That's my grandmother. She was one of 5. My mom's mom was one of 5, and she had 5 kids, and all of them had at least 2 kids. And so at family get-togethers, she'd be in the kitchen doing something as she was getting older, and it'd be Heather, Haley, Kevin, Terry. I'll get there in a minute. Hang on. She wouldn't even be done. We'd all be in the kitchen helping clean up dishes and everything. And y'all hungry? What? We're not even done cleaning up the dishes. We just ate. Well, I got some pie. Yeah, I'll take it.
Are you trying to explain why, the reason why behind? Is that what you're trying to explain right now?
I can't explain anything, sir. When I try to explain, I forget what I'm trying to explain.
Spoken like a true ranger.
You got it, brother.
Have y'all noticed Fuzz has got so big nowadays that he talks about himself in the 3rd person?
Yeah. Fuzz is huge, man.
Fuzz is huge, man. He's a big time.
Heck, people send him lead pots and all kinds of stuff.
Don't give it away. Come on, man.
So Fuzz, there's this company, I think it's called White Label. They sell A-locks by the bucketfuls.
No, you're talking about Jim Beam. Jim Beam's the company. The product's White Label.
No, I'm talking about A-locks. White Label or White Castle or something like that.
Well, there's lots of it in that bottle. Never mind.
You got to remember,
White
Kyle,
Castle. Don't they make little mini sliders?
No,
That's what he just said.
At least the chat went sideways at the very end.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, it's 2 hours.
And actually, bacon, I'm pretty sure that bacon grease and beeswax would work very well. I know it does because I know you've used it.
He also told me that that was the best smelling shots he ever shot at the range.
Aromatherapy, baby, right there.
You mix bacon grease with burnt gunpowder. Is there anything better?
I don't think there is. That's like having a fry up and shooting guns all at the same time.
Man, the beeswax is just a carrier of the aromas.
Yeah, Coach Brothers knows what I'm talking about. White Label, the A-lock stuff.
Okay.
So,
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
familiar.
Miguel, I'm glad you missed it.
I'm glad somebody knew what I was talking about. See, I'm not as crazy as y'all think I am.
Yeah, but you're
No,
just
but
as
it's fun
crazy
to
as we.
poke a little bit.
I try to be. So there's Big Al. How you feeling, brother? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're kind of in a drought too. It's been hot and dry here for quite a while. So I was telling Kyle, I think earlier, what we was hoping for was that that hurricane would kind of just
Bring some water down here.
just set us up with about a 3-day soaker, 4-day soaker, which is
I
really
would love it.
We tried that
I am
down
out
in
of
Houston.
water.
You don't want that.
Well, we're so dry here, we need it. I'm fixing to tap into my potable water storage that I've got outside just so I can give my dog a bath on Sunday.
I was referring to the fact that we just had Harvey 2 years ago, and the 4-day soaker turned into 5 feet of water everywhere.
I know. I got a friend that lives in Houston. He's like, good thing we're on high ground. We can't go anywhere. But
well, that's part of what we were talking about. Kyle said he wanted like one of them 3-inch per hour rains. I'm like, no, I want like a 3/4 inch per day.
Yeah.
for 3 days, yeah.
For 4 to 5 days. Okay, let's start wrapping this up. Chico, you want to hit the side chat for us one more time?
I surely will. Let me hit a refresh so everybody feel included, hopefully. There we go. I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up from the last comment. James Pollard, Paul Harville. Did I say that wrong? Did I screw that up? Forgive me. PC Bullet Empire, Thor's Axe, Lever Guns 50, Jesse B Outdoors, Uncle Jim, Coach Brothers Firearms, Cranky Cletus, Big Al, James Pollard again, Charles Irby. I didn't see you sneak in. Hey, brother. Texas Outlaw Michael Sines, Jerry 1911, Uncle John, Pony 47. Who else? We got Eagle Eye Shooting, Loads of Bacon if he's still here. Thanks for joining us, sir. James Brevard, Fuzz T Fork, 8 Idaho Rogers, Ozark Spirit, Dake Frazier Productions. Who else?
Duke Frazier.
Duke Frazier. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did mess that up. Sorry, Duke.
It's because you saw Cranky Cletus's comment about duck grease and it got you a little sidetracked. I know what happened.
Uncle John, Duke Frazier again, Mad Max, Gus, Jeff. I didn't see you come in either. John Phaser. I have to make sure I get that right. Hemi Scrub was here. Georgia Boy 44 was here. We've got a lot of people that were active tonight in the side chat. We definitely appreciate that. Sometimes when we're active, that side chat goes fast, and sometimes we don't get to everyone's questions, so we apologize. We're only human. OL1 guy. Let's see. Preacher's Day Off was here. I did not see him come in either. See, that's how fast the side chat was going. Edward Petty, and I'm still scrolling up. Signal Soldier 31. Who else? I know Chris 338's here. 10 Man was here. See, some of them still. Broke Loader. Dang, that put a lot of people in here. And I think that is just about it. If I forgot you guys, I apologize. Like I said, sometimes this refresh doesn't get all the comments in, but we definitely appreciate you guys joining us on a Friday night and participating like you always do. I want to thank our guests over there. Both of our guests that way. And we'll kick it off to Kyle because he's laughing. We got to keep him in check.
All right, 10-4. Appreciate everybody coming out. It was a great chat. I didn't know if we were going to talk about a 30-30 or not. We ended up spending about 4 minutes on the subject, so that was pretty cool. But I had a great time tonight, guys. And again, I apologize with this new platform. I can't read the side chat and just sit here and type. So it's frustrating. And then dealing with dogs and children and everything else, I was a little distracted, but I appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks for everybody on the panel showing up and everybody in the side chat being here. Apparently, we've all got some 30-30 stuff coming out, and can't wait to get started on it. That's all I got.
Cool, Kyle. We appreciate you, brother. More than I can say. So now we'll go to our guest. Start off with Mr. Big E. Thanks for joining us tonight, brothers. An honor to have you with us.
Well, thanks for having me out, guys, and look forward to all that 30-30 stuff. Don't have one, but be fun to watch. Great caliber. Just ask the deer.
You can go down to your local pawn shop. I'm sure they got 3 or 4 of them slaying around.
I think my next purchase I'm eyeballing would be a 327 or a 627 8-shot 357 Magnum.
Oh, picky are we? Good choice.
Yeah, you gotta like 8 rounds of 357. What's not to like?
That's true.
So, but have a great evening and see you guys next week.
Thanks again, buddy. Mr. Scotsman, what are you up to, brother?
I appreciate the invite, as always. Always a pleasure being here. Always an honor to be here. Let me say that because it is always an honor to be here. Always good to see everyone on the side chat. Appreciate y'all out there. It is blowing up once again tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. It helps us out. It really does. Helps that man up here, whichever which way, because my camera is all backwards on this damn thing. Whichever way Jamie is, this way or this way, it helps him out.
It helps the community out by letting YouTube know that you are interested in 2A focused content.
Exactly. And it's huge, and we are in the biggest fight right now. So we have to be on top of that. Make sure you're vigilant, make sure you're promoting it properly, safely, and taking your time with things, putting good information out there, no bad information. Don't do anything stupid. If you're going to blow something up, do it safely. We're going to blow some stuff up here soon, but it will be done safely. So make sure everything is done safely and we're following the proper rules so that we can promote it. That's the whole big thing right now. It's again, we're in the biggest fight. There's a rally tomorrow, 2 hours from me. I'll be there. And there's rallies all over the country right now. So we got to get to those rallies. We got to promote, push, and help as much as we can to keep and fight for our Second Amendment rights. Other than that, I appreciate it, brother.
And speaking of that, thank you for being here, my brother. We're always honored to have you. And something I want to bring up, I know we're running over, but quickly, we generally don't talk about politics on Friday night. Walmart put out a big statement this week, and they are encouraging Congress to follow their lead on gun control, ammunition, so forth and so on. If you don't like it, stay out of Walmart and talk to your congressmen and your senators. You are the one that runs this country, so get out there and run it. With that, thanks to all of our panel members, thanks to everybody in the side chat. Guys, y'all flabbergast us with your presence. We're overwhelmed every week, and we appreciate you coming by. Lord willing, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all say good night, guys.
Night, guys.
Bye, y'all.